Hey there, beautiful people. It's Mary coming to you straight from sunny California, and today I want to let you in on a powerful little secret. This isn't just another health tip. It's the real key to feeling incredible no matter how many candles were on your last birthday cake. You ready? Because we're about to completely rethink what it means to age and why your most vibrant, energetic years might still be ahead. Now, before we jump in, I just have to know de Sorrento, where are you watching from? Go ahead, drop your name and your state in the comments. Nothing makes me happier than seeing our community stretch all across America, from the excitement New York, the sunny Florida shores, to the peaceful mountains of Colorado. It's so cool to be here with you all. Okay, let's get personal for a second. When I first thought about recording a video on nutrition for seniors, I'll admit this tiny voice in my head went, "Mary, is this really a fit? Isn't your channel about thriving at any age?" But then I took a closer look at my own audience, and you know what I discovered? Nearly 10% of you, my wonderful community, are already loving life past 65. Another 13% of you are right in that golden stretch between 55 and 64. So for a lot of us, this isn't just some random topic, it's personal. Even if you're a bit younger, stick around. What you pick up today is gold for your future and for the people you love. Here's a shocker: Mindio science is crystal clear on this. As soon as we hit 65, the risk of missing out on important nutrients rises fast. Missing building blocks in your diet doesn't just leave you feeling a bit off. It can drag you down into a whole list of chronic health problems, and you'd be surprised how common this really is. In fact, right here in America, poor nutrition among seniors isn't rare. It's basically the norm. So why is this happening to so many of us? Why do our older loved ones struggle so much just to get good nutrition? Let's break it down, no judgment, just real talk. Fundamental first, getting to the grocery store or finding the oomph to cook a healthy meal. For some, that's like climbing a mountain. Next, let's face it, groceries, specialty foods, dietitian consults, even dental checkups. Not always an option when you're living on a fixed budget. Then, appetite. As we get older, hunger sometimes just vanishes. And let's not forget the meds. Even everyday prescriptions, like those for cholesterol, can cause nausea or kill your appetite. On top of that, our sense of taste isn't what it used to be. Food that once tasted amazing now seems bland, so eating is more routine than pleasure. And then there's our teeth. Ouch. Dental issues can make eating certain foods a real challenge. Imagine skipping out on crunchy apples or nuts because your teeth just can't handle it. Here's the big thing, friends brand, if you're loose or beyond or love someone who is, it's time to turn all that around. You have the power to make better choices. Listen closely, grab what feels right, and put it to work for your life. If you have friends or family in this stage, your support is everything. Organizing family meals or learning what foods help and which ones to avoid can seriously make all the difference. And let's be honest, public policy matters too. When lawmakers talk about senior nutrition, it isn't just about handing out soup. That might keep someone fed for the day, but proper nutrition keeps people living well and with dignity for years. Thinking about these issues always reminds me of a tough reality. And remember how, not so long ago, it was nearly impossible for cancer patients to get the pain relief they needed? 1 in 3 of us will face cancer in our lives, and no one deserves to live their last months in agony just because of some outdated rules or red tape. It's heartbreaking. And it should be the same with nutrition. No one deserves to miss out on health and dignity simply because they're older. If you're still with me, take a deep breath because we're about to get into the 4 critical nutrients everyone over 65 needs to focus on. And trust me, knowing where to get them could change everything for you or for someone you love. Now, let me take you right to the heart of what matters. Stick with me for just a few minutes, and I promise you'll walk away with simple, real steps, things I actually use and believe in. to piri jargon to boost your health, energy, and confidence starting now. No complicated jargon here. Just wisdom I truly want you and your loved ones to have. Let's talk about the big four, the nutrients most folks over Luksterwu miss out on end. Yes, I'm watching this in my own life and family too. Why don't we hear more about this? And the big one, how do we get enough every single day? Fiber, the unsung hero. First up, fiber. I'll be honest, I used to ignore it. But it's truly a game changer. It keeps your digestion happy, helps you feel full and light, and just makes everything work better. I try to put more fiber on my plate every day, and wow, do I feel the difference! Where do I find fiber? Whole wheat bread, brown rice, oats and barley. I've recently become obsessed with oatmeal and adding berries. Lübschent. Bright veggies, carrots, broccoli, leafy greens, beans, peas, lentils. And don't skip the peel! I eat my apples and potatoes with the skin. That's where so much goodness hides. My challenge to you, Judeslange, and to myself, to Popins. Next time you're shopping, pick one new source of fiber. Try it out. Let's share ideas in the comments. Fiber is like the unsung hero of your digestive health. When I started paying more attention to fiber, I noticed my digestion felt smoother, and I had this sustained energy throughout the day, no more that sluggish mid-afternoon crash. It's not just about quantity, but quality. Soluble fiber, found in oats and beans, helps feed the good bacteria in your gut, supporting your immune system and even your mood. Insoluble fiber, like in whole grains and veggie skins, keeps things moving and prevents constipation. And here's a little secret, making fiber fun is possible. I mix oatmeal with fresh blueberries and a sprinkle of nuts for a breakfast that feels like a treat but fuels my body. What's your go-to fiber-packed meal? Share it below. Calcium for strength, not just bones. Second, calcium. Did you know you need milligrams after Luksterwu? I didn't until my own doctor brought it up. I realized a single glass of milk isn't enough, so I'm constantly looking at yogurt, leafy greens, even plant milks for that boost. Here's where I get creative Greek yogurt, low-fat or cottage cheese, sometimes for breakfast, sometimes just as a snack. Rejinkt. Kale and bok choy, I add them to soups or stir-fries, almonds and chia seeds on my oatmeal. And honestly, I sometimes use calcium-fortified plant milks in my morning coffee. Many people think calcium's just for bones, but it also keeps your heart beating steady and your muscles working right. When I didn't get enough calcium, I felt more tired and a bit off balance. Including calcium-rich foods regularly is one small step towards staying independent and strong. I love finding creative ways to add calcium without feeling like I'm drinking milk all day. Like tossing kale into a smoothie or snacking on almonds. It's these little things that add up. Got a favorite calcium snack? Let's swap ideas. Vitamin D, the sunshine solution. Next, vitamin D, the sunshine vitamin. I absolutely notice my mood lift on sunny days, don't you? But as I get older, I know I can't count on sunshine alone. My doctor recommends 800 daily, so now I watch for fortified cereals, egg yolks, even the occasional can of salmon in my salads. Here's what I look for: canned salmon or sardines, great on crackers, trust me, Li Jing's. Eggs for breakfast several times a week, checking cereal labels for extra D. And yes, I talk to my doc about supplements, especially during the winter. See, vitamin D is kind of like an all-around bodyguard. It not only helps with calcium absorption, but also supports your immune health, keeps your muscles working well, and even impacts your brain health. I remember last winter, when the sun was hiding most days, I felt sluggish and a bit down. Starting vitamin D supplements helped lift my mood and energy. For those cloudy months, I really recommend chatting with your doctor about your levels. How do you get your daily dose of sunshine vitamin? Any favorite vitamin D-rich recipes or habits? Let's swap stories. Kino 4 vitamin B12 an hidden spark, last but so important. vitamin B12. This is the spark plug for nerves and brain, and as I learned the hard way, it gets tougher to absorb with age. I make sure to get eggs, dairy, fish, and sometimes fortified cereals. If you eat mostly plant-based, like some of my friends, talk to your doc about B12. A simple supplement can make a huge difference. What I do, have my B12 checked at every annual checkup. Build meals with eggs, yogurt, tuna, or kidney beans. Try fortified plant milks sometimes for smoothies. If my doctor says I'm low, I don't wait. I start a supplement. Vitamin B12 is a real MVP when it comes to brain and nerve health. Early on, I didn't realize how tricky B12 absorption can be as we age. I started feeling more tired and forgetful until my doctor tested my levels. After starting supplements, it felt like a fog lifted. If you're eating mostly plant-based or just less meat and dairy, be sure to check with your doctor. B12 deficiency can sneak up without obvious signs, and don't worry, a simple supplement can make a huge difference. Have you or someone you know had experiences with B12? Would love to hear your story and tips. It's about more than just food, but here's something I've learned. Being healthy, really healthy, is about so much more than what's on my plate. It's about how I live every day and how I lean on my own community. That's you, binge. I remind myself to drink water 8 cups a day unless my doctor says otherwise. I keep a bottle within reach, and I notice the difference. I plan 3 meals a day. Even if I'm not super hungry, small portions work, but the routine is everything. I keep my plate colorful. More variety means more nutrients. And movement. I might not run marathons, but even walking, dancing in the kitchen, or tending plants, it truly wakes up my whole self. Health is holistic. I've learned that water, regular meals, colorful plates, and movement all work together. For example, when I'm dehydrated, my focus tanks. Moving regularly, even light stretching, helps me sleep better and keeps the blues away. It's about daily rituals that build a strong foundation. I'd love to know what simple habit has made the biggest difference for your health. Share below and let's inspire each other, overcoming obstacles together. And I know sometimes things get tough. Grocery runs aren't always easy, and for some, budgets feel tight. I reach out to family and friends when I need help, and I absolutely encourage you to do the same. If you know someone who needs a hand, even just sharing a meal or shopping together, try it. That connection is as nourishing as any superfood. If you're on a budget, trust me, I don't buy fancy health foods all the time. Beans, lentils, eggs, in-season veggies, these keep costs down without sacrificing health. Local food banks, community centers, and meal programs can be wonderful resources. You're never alone. Life throws curveballs, and that's okay. I get it. Sometimes it's hard to shop or cook. That's why reaching out, asking for help, or teaming up can be such a game changer. I've found that grocery runs with friends or family turn into mini adventures. Plus, they're a huge morale booster. If money's tight, remember fresh doesn't have to mean expensive. Simple staples like beans, rice, seasonal veggies, and eggs are nutritional powerhouses that won't break the bank. Also, many communities have resources ready to help. Don't hesitate to check local programs. What obstacles have you faced and how did you overcome them? Your story might be the light for someone else. For you and for all of us, and for my last challenge, pick one thing from today that speaks to you. Will you try a new veggie, drink more water, ask your doctor about B12 or vitamin D? I want to hear all about it in the comments. Your story may be just what encourages someone else, maybe even me, to try that extra step. I read every comment, and together we make this community powerful, supportive, and real. Before you go, tap that subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up, and share it with someone you care about. We really are all in this together, growing, thriving, and making every year our most energetic yet. You're not just a viewer, you're family. So stay vibrant, stay brave, and I'll see you in the next one. Your journey matters. Every step you take, no matter how small, brings you closer to a healthier, happier life. I'm here cheering you on, and I know our community feels the same. So don't forget, try something new this week, share your experience, and connect with fellow viewers. We're stronger together, and each story uplifts us all. Click subscribe if you haven't yet, like the video if it helped you, and share it to spread the love. Thank you for being part of this amazing family. See you soon for more.